Thousands taken to the streets of the Philippine capital today in protest at scandals under the current administration of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Alleged graft within flood control projects said to have cost the nation up to $2 billion. CNA's Ronson has been covering this story and filed this report from Metro Manila.
Organizers of the third trillion peso march renewed calls to dismantle political dynasties during the 40th anniversary of the EDSA People Power Revolution. They said President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. should be the last Marcos to set foot in the palace, and that Vice President Sara Duterte should not become president. The protesters called for an end to corruption and accumulation of ill-gotten wealth by powerful politicians, businessmen, contractors, and government officials involved in poor flood infrastructure projects. Rallies took place not only in Metro Manila, but in other major cities, including Cebu and Iloilo. But the crowds were noticeably thinner this time around than the first set of protesters last year. Major newspapers seemed more preoccupied with the court hearings in The Hague, where the current president, predecessor Rodrigo Duterte, is in court for alleged crimes against humanity committed in his war on drugs. Still, organizers of the event, as well as its participants, have vowed to continue their quest to hold to account those responsible for the vast amounts of money lost in the flood corruption scandal.
Youth are often most affected when it comes to the corruption scandal. I'm a student, no? For many other students in state universities, the funds used that are stolen could have been used for scholarships or projects that could have helped the youth. For as long as no one has been held accountable for these funds, I would not get tired.
They have also called for an anti-dynasty law to be passed.
What keeps me going is the fact that the work is not yet done. There is great progress that is being made. There is finally space for an anti-political dynasty bill, which would have been imaginable even a few years ago. And to sustain the momentum of what's happening, the people need to keep showing up. After all, the work of democracy is not just during elections or a one-day event. It has to be sustained in order for real change to be systematized and institutionalized.
Some progress has been made in this area. A Senate committee report seeking to ban political dynasties to the second degree of consanguinity and affiliation will be sent to the plenary for discussion. But difficult challenges lie ahead, even as the attention now shifts to the question of who will lead the country following elections in 2028.